how do you predict what's going to come next? Actually, the thinker who I think had the best foresight about how the AI revolution was going to play out is actually Ray Kurzweil.
I agree.
Yeah, first of all, he says AGI 2029.
Yeah, I keep telling people, it seems to be almost exactly right.
It's spooky. It's spooky. 2030s is when the merge happens. So we've got Neuralink coming, maybe other systems like that.
The end isn't coming, it's here. For those who disagree and argue within the church saying that we have decades until Jesus comes back, you have no idea what's coming. Now, I'm not blaming the flock for being ill-informed here. I'm blaming the pastors who have done a poor job of preparing their flock of what's coming. But for those who do try to argue that, oh, we've seen things like this for hundreds of years, we still have decades until the end times. You have no idea what the singularity is and what they are going to bring about within the next 5 to 10 years. For those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, I would recommend this book right here by Ray Kurzweil, who is the guy that these guys right here were talking about. And for those who do not know who Ray is, he's a world-class inventor, thinker, and futurist with a 35-year track record of accurate predictions. He has been a leading developer in artificial intelligence for 61 years, which is longer than any other living person. Now, it goes down a list of things he has created and awards that he has received. I'm not sure about you, but if these guys right here are talking about Ray as some type of prophet with artificial intelligence and the singularity, we might want to listen. So now going back to this book, The Singularity is Nearer. Now literally on the first page of the introduction, we can see that he uses the singularity as a metaphor, which means the idea of merging with AI. And he goes on to talk about how people will interact with AI that can seem convincingly human, and simple brain-computer interfaces will impact daily life much like our smartphones do today. He also talks about how a digital revolution in biotech will cure diseases and meaningfully extend people's healthy lives. At the same time, though, many workers will feel the sting of the economic disruption. The economic disruption, you don't say, makes me think of this right here, how Trump signs new DOGE executive order mandating federal agencies implement a technology solution, which they're talking about artificial intelligence solution, to review and cut all spending, track employee spending with clear identifications, and report to a DOGE liaison. He then goes on to talk about how in the 2030s, self-improving AI and maturing nanotechnology will unite humans and our machine creations as never before. He then goes on to talk about how in the 2020s, we are about to enter the last phase of this transformation, reinventing the intelligence that nature gave us on a more powerful digital substrate, and then merging with it. Going on to talk about how we are going to engineer brain-computer interfaces that will vastly expand our minds. Brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, please understand the times that we are living in right now. I mean, they are openly telling you their agenda and that it's here.
The merge scenario with AI is the one that seems like probably the best. Like if you can't beat it, join it.
They are not even trying to hide their transhumanist agenda to mix man with artificial intelligence. I mean, they have tried to program us with this idea that artificial intelligence is going to take over and rule over us. But in reality, we are going to merge with artificial intelligence. We are going to become the robot. Hence, we robot. And it's unbelievably disheartening to see the majority of the church completely asleep at the wheel right now. And you know what? They're not just asleep at the wheel, they are actually drunk off of idolatry with the individuals who are bringing in this system. They are openly telling you that we are on the event horizon of the singularity. Hence why he changed the logo to Grok, his artificial intelligence, to the picture of the singularity, which is a black hole, which also shows Saturn symbolism. And just a heads up, in my own personal opinion and my research, this idea of the black hole is the bottomless pit of Revelation chapter 9, where Apollyon comes out of, which if you trace it back far enough, Apollyon is Saturn, or Kronos, who was the Greek and Roman god of the Golden Age. Where have I heard that before?
Proudly proclaim that the golden age of America is upon us.
I'm not sure about you guys, but I literally feel like Squidward right now from SpongeBob. But instead of saying future, I'm saying singularity. So with that being said, guys, this right here to me is the biggest puzzle piece going on right now to show the times that we are living in, how truly close we are to the return of Jesus. We are right there because we need to understand the definition of singularity means to become singular with. So they are using this idea of becoming singular, merging with AI and having this type of super intelligence, right? We as believers are going to become singular with God. We are going to merge with God. Right now, what's happening, just like we see in John chapter 17, how Jesus prays that we are one with him as he is one with the Father. The Antichrist will want to be one with his children of disobedience through the mark of the beast. Hence, this whole singularity with artificial intelligence, connecting individuals from a biological brain level to this cloud, this hive mind, mixing with this artificial super intelligence, which it will not be artificial, by the way. It will be a demonic intelligence. It will most likely be Apollyon. It will be Satan, whoever you want to deem it is going to be demonic. And this is showing the times that we are in right now. So to the people who try to say that we don't know when Jesus is coming back, we still might have hundreds of years. We have decades. You are not reading the writing on the wall. You need to do more research on what's going on right now. Please do further research on the singularity, where they are coming from, and how fast technology is growing, because it is growing at an exponential rate, which again is prophetic. Because when Jesus talks about I come quickly, he uses the Greek word tak or taco, which is the idea of accelerating rapidly. So during these end times, things will accelerate at an exponential rate going off the charts, and that's what we are witnessing right now. Now, with this information, it is not meant to cause fear and anxiety. It should cause excitement, seeing how close we are that we are going to become one with God. But we do want to use this as a way of, you know, drawing closer to the Lord when we still have time. He is showing to his children who are friends with him, who are walking with him, how close we are to then share the gospel, which is the good news that we have eternal life in Jesus Christ, that his blood has cleansed us of all sin, past, present, and future. If you trust in him, if you place your faith in him, that's simple. You become a child of God right there, but now you grow in the Lord, you grow in relationship with him, walking by faith and not by sight. That is sanctification. That has nothing to do with your justification, but we share the gospel, the true good news of eternal life in Jesus Christ, and then we share with others how close we are to the times of his return. All the signs going on right now. We can see the summer is near, right? When you see the fig tree bud, when it brings forth leaves, he is telling us that you will see the times that you are in if you read his word, if you are a friend with him. And right now, it takes us to have a proper heart posture, not looking to this world, not clinging to our flesh, clinging to our sin, clinging to idolatry. We need to cling to him like never before, really leaning into him, walking with love, walking with truth, walking with grace, walking in the fruit of the Spirit, abiding in him. I cannot encourage you guys enough right now. It is going to be your duty and your responsibility to get this truth out, to get this information out, because at large, the pastors are completely compromised. They are failing God's flock as a whole, okay? I know there's outliers. There's plenty of good pastors for sure. I'm not trying to say every single one. I am just talking about the church at large here in America has gone completely apostate, which we know in the end times, the church will go apostate. There's always going to be a small remnant of believers who are not dirtied by this world with idolatry, who walk with the Lord. And we need to be those individuals sharing the light of what's going on and not caring what other people think. We only care about the approval of God. So be encouraged out there. Know that you're not alone. The Lord preserved 7,000 men who did not bow a knee to Baal. Likewise, he is preserving individuals right now who are not bowing to the system, who can see the writing on the wall. So with that, be encouraged. I love you all so much. God bless. Remember, the just shall live by faith.